and I will share a little about novel we read and answer some questions related to our novels. Okay guys, next third story of my novel, the title is 13 Reasons Why, whose question will be asked by Putri. Let's get the question.
What genre of novels do you read?
Yeah, the novels I read are thriller and romantic, where the main character commits suicide and leaves a message on a cassette or tape containing the reason for committing suicide.
Okay, next. How is the storyline present in the novel?
Uh, it's very epic, using a back and forth plot. When we read, the author will take us to Clay Jensen's point of view. They will save a packet containing a cassette or tape, each of which is marked with the letters A and B, as many as 7 tapes. When he listens to the cassette, the reader will tell you about how Hannah was cornered and finally decided to commit suicide. The storyline is not boring, even though the plot is backwards. But that's what makes this story interesting, because it makes us curious about what will happen. And what does Hannah mean? I think this episode really describes the content of the story very well. Um, According to the life of teenager who have many challenges not only at school but also in the environment where they live. In the story, we can see the helplessness of women dealing with bullying, betrayal, misunderstanding, indifference, and many more. And to the extent that he decided to end her own life.
How the figure build their characteristic?
The figure, the character is very good. Each actor seems to describe themselves as a teenager who does live in era where live in the city is very hard. Like Hannah, actually, she is a strong and repressed woman. So whatever problems she faces alone, but just one day when she really needs someone's help, instead it is ignored. The characters they bring are very appropriate, so that we read seem to be swept away in the storyline. And the role of Clay Jensen who really amazed me. He was trying to understand the Hannah message from the tape that was saying, walk each scene and try to feel how Hannah is that moment. I think he's a good man.
Okay, next. What will do when you are in the position of the context of the character in the novel?
If I was in Hannah's position, maybe I would also feel the same thing, namely depressed, not calm, sad. Because if I have a problem and we won't keep it to ourselves, because we ourselves know how hard it is to be Hannah, or maybe especially to people out there who have always been in a position to be bullied and betrayed. If I'm in Hannah's position, it better stay away from the bad environment and find a place that respects us more and accept us well.
What moral message can you take from the novel?
Number 1, don't assume everyone is fine. The story is all about Hannah Baker with a back and forth plot. The story leads you to the fact that this girl decided to end her life by committing suicide. There are many reasons for suicide, namely bullying. Number 2, you mouth your tiger. Don't be careless. Netizen mods and comments are outrageously evil. Without thinking, people to be candid is conveying something. They do not think about the long term of effect for some parties. Number 3, keeping it all alone will make it things worse. You know, people who easily judge others can be burden for some parties. When you have a lot of thoughts and decide to share a story, you will actually get a lecture and be told to have a still mentality. This is the reason that makes someone prefer to be closed. For a healthy mind and soul, it never had to share the burdens of your life with other people you trust. This method can make your mind lighter, they can also help you find the right solution. And the last is the truth depends on the point of view. Depends on truth is essential. The more it is covered, the universe will solve it in its own way. However, truth is subjective thing, and the most important thing is to tell the story self, especially to our families. Because after all, the people who care the most for us are our families. Don't keep your problem to yourself. Just share, and you will feel better. Okay, next.
What would you think if the story in the novel happened in real life?
Yeah, basically stories like this really happen in real life. A hard life full of twists and turns, prone to violent bullying and other bad things as we see in our lives, especially at school. The story really describes what is happening in the prison. In my opinion, all of this is caused by lack of communication between social groups. So just you will feel better. That's all, guys. Novel sharing today. I hope you can understand and you get a moral lesson for our novel. So, guys, thank you for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.